Terror-stricken town left him to face 4 killers, single-handed.
Yeah, it's me. And I got here just in time to rub you out, you dirty skeleton. I'm taking your cat!
Nothing to stop me from wiping you all out.
What good'll that do, boss? Forget it. Her kind's a dime a dozen.
I say smack her and let it go at that.
I won't leave you, Mike.
And you should be careful in whose arms you find yourself.
He won me my philosophy of life. Do it to him before he does it to you.
I'd be a sucker if I didn't take a poke at you. That goes for every time I see you.
Well, come on. Pull the trigger.
I don't think he's got the guts.
Put that down. You won't use it. And I'll break your arm if you keep it.
A couple of measly bobcats turned tigers.
We're not joking, Fallon. Get going.
I'm moving no place till I'm ready.
Wanted, dead or alive. The Oklahoma Kid.
I want that Indian money.
Well, go and get it from the Indians.
Kid, I'm giving you a break because I'm pressed for time. I'm giving you a chance to blow. If you decide to stick, I'll shoot the first one that don't do as I tell him.
He's trapped because men can't climb any higher, and men never came any tougher. But what brought him here? What made him that way? In history has ever made such impact in a single role as Marlon Brando in Tennessee Williams' Pulitzer Prize play and Academy Award motion picture, A Streetcar Named Desire.
Who do you think you are, a pair of queens? Just remember what Huey Long said, that every man's a king, and I'm the king around here. And don't you forget it.
Fighting, lusting, loving, never for a moment less than completely alive. A man who had 2 women living in his house, reacting to his savage appeal.
We're talking about his desire, his brutal desire.
Vivian Leigh in her Academy Award-winning role as Blanche. Kim Hunter in her Academy Award-winning role as Stella.
Don't ever leave me, baby.
A story ripped from the fabric of life, as earthy and violent as its unforgettable star.
All right, let's have a little fast.
My philosophy of life.
Do it to him before he does it to you. What do you want?
Your gun. We got the baddest piers and the baddest harbor in the world. Everything moves in and out, we take our cut.
Father, who'd want to kill Joey? Who'd want to kill Joey?
Listen, you know who the pistols are. You going to keep still until they cut you down one by one? Get a doctor!
Stay away from me!
Talk yourself in the river.
Imagine a motion picture in which every scene is the big headlight of some colorful career that has made headline history. A picture that condenses the most dramatic moments from hundreds of sensationally dramatic lives into a single evening's entertainment. Such a picture is 20,000 Years in Sing Sing, with Spencer Tracy and Betty Davis.
You go out and grab yourself a square guy, see? See, a guy that works for a living, that can give you a home and kids and happiness, all that kind of stuff.
I don't want anybody but you. Ever.
Hey, what's all that fussing about up there?
Give him a dose of gas.
Just a troublemaking broad. You're not going to get a chance to squawk.
She ain't gonna squawk. And neither am I. Yeah, it's me. And I got here just in time to rub you out, you dirty... I'm taking you back!
It is a drama greater than the imagination of Hollywood's best storytellers. 4,000 boys have passed through this city of little men. And now the drama, the laughter, the heartache and the triumph of all these boys is crystallized in the story of one young renegade who came from the back streets into conflict with the one man who could save him.
There. That's better. I'm Father Flanagan. I saw your brother Joe just a little while ago. We had a long talk about you, Whitey. Joe wants you to come to Boys Town with me.
If you think you're going to make a plowjockey out of me, you got another thing coming.
Now, look, Whitey, in a pinch, I can be tougher than you are, and I guess maybe this is the pinch. You're coming with me to Boys Town because that's the way your brother wants it. Let's go.
Don't move.
Clear away there. We're coming through, Father.
Where'd you wish this go?
Well, I ain't giving away neither.
Ready to go.
Hold it, George Manuel. Don't lose an inch.
Let's go. Easy come.
There's a place in my heart for the one I love best, and I still keep her picture tattooed on my
Girls. Hey, look. Manuel is in town.
Girls?
Oh, sure. Beautiful girls. Oh, I got maybe 5, 6 girls in Gloucester. I tell each one I like her best. You got to tell big lies to girls to make them happy.
Oh, you don't go with the girls.
Oh, sure I go with girls. Oh, Long Jack, what do you worry about? He admit the whole thing like regular grown fella. He say he's sorry, everything all right now.
Nothing's all right till I beat his ears off. Get on my way.
Jack, you touch that kid, I tear you apart, see?
Yeah?
Me, Manuel talking, I tear you apart, see?
Step lively up there now.
For 3 centuries, women and children of Gloucester men have stood upon this shore and cried, "There go the ships." For 3 centuries, in the blasts of winter, in the calms of summer, they have stood upon this shore and waited for men who dare the dangers of the sea to bring us the abundance of its treasures. This year again, the bodies of men lie deep beyond that horizon. And from that sea returns only the memory of their courage and strength.
I'll be on that train when it leaves here.
I've got to stay.
A terror-stricken town left him to face 4 killers, single-handed, at high noon. With every swing of the pendulum, with every second, a man's life ticked away. Never have so few moments held such excitement.
Miller!
What kind of woman are you? How can you leave him like this? Does the sound of the guns frighten you that much?
Sinister silence grips the savage-infested jungle. An ominous warning of the tropics. Suddenly, the war yell of a maddened loro, raised by a primitive oath to kill.
You've got to send somebody up into the hills to dynamite the dam.
It's sure death to send anybody.
It's sure death here if we don't get running water.
had your thumb sticking straight up in the air, just like that.
Oh, yeah, that gives me balance.
Oh, it gives you balance, does it? Ready? Aim. Fire.
How? York, take over. The only non-com left.
The rest of you keep under cover.
Come back here. Where are you going?
You didn't give me command.
One thing we could do that would fix everything for us.
What? Pray for something to happen to Nick?
Something like that.
Cora.
Well, you suggested it yourself once, didn't you?
I was only joking.
Were you?
Yes, I was.
Or had you started to think about it a little?
Maybe I said it, but I didn't really mean it.
Well, I say it again now, and I do mean it. Frank, listen to me. I'm not what you think I am. I've made a big mistake in my life, and I've got to be this way just once to fix it.
They hang you for a thing like that.
Oh, but not if you do it right. And you're smart, Frank. You'll think of a way. Plenty of men have.
He never did any harm to me.
But, darling, can't you see how happy you and I would be together here without him?
I've been waiting a long time for that kiss.
When we get home, Frank, then there'll be kisses. The kisses with dreams in them. Kisses that come from life, not death.
I hope I can wait.
Darling.
We're not amused. Hey, you're up in New York, ain't you?
Yeah, I've been there.
Boy, do I miss that East River. Yeah, that reform school you was going to. I guess you missed that too, huh?
Reform school ain't so bad. Me brother's been up there twice. He don't get out till he's 21.
Yeah, he got a lease on a joint.
Just what is the setup here?
Oh, we got too hot in New York, so they sent us out here to reform us.
Yeah? Who did?
Father Rafferty. Did you ever hear of him?
He was never in my church.
Mine neither. Well, anyhow, he was a priest down on the east side, see? Till he died about a year ago. He got up that Help Thy Neighbor fund to send tough kids out to assist her. That's the old lady.
What for?
To get regenerated. Regenerated, you dope, regenerated. That means reformed.
A reform school for kids, huh?
Yeah, but they ain't gonna regenerate me, because I'm going back to the east side. Ah, shut up. Hey, what are you trying to do, murder me? No, only cut your throat.
You know, Tommy's a pretty tough guy. They caught him robbing a warehouse. They got me for slashing tires on Cherry Street in a parking car wreck. Got a match?
What do you got there?
Oh, the corn soup butt. You want one?
Oh.
One of you kids wouldn't know where a guy can get some real butts, would you?
Yeah, they sell them over at the stand.
Yeah? Well, what's the use of smoking grass when you can help yourself?
Nah, they wouldn't steal nothing around here.
No stealing from
we
me.
don't want
I thought you kids were tough.
Best-selling novel that enthralls thousands now comes to the screen to thrill millions. It stars John Wayne as the bold, swashbuckling Captain Rawls. Gail Russell as the intriguing, provocative Angelique.
I'm waiting for your answer.
I'm not a ship or a warehouse. I can't be bought.
Here are two power-mad men, pitted against each other with all the weight of their fortunes, with all the strength at their command, for the love of a woman. The rare beauty of the South Seas in all its glamorous spectacle is the setting for undersea adventures as unusual as they are breathtaking. All this in a love story so passionately tender, with so strange a destiny, that you remember it always.
We'll go away now. Oh, by all means.
I won't leave you, Myron.
And you should be careful in whose arms you find yourself.
Rawls, please go now.
By dark, I'll have you on the beach and drummed out of every island in the Pacific.
If I ever hear that you hurt her, I'll come back and kill you.
Gonna go by boat, and we went to Mobile to have a talk. But the man that owns the water said he thought we hadn't ordered, so it looks like a long, long walk.
When men fought for love, and loved the thrill of fighting, the flaming romance between this lovely French girl and the fighting Kentuckian set fire to a conflict of roaring excitement.
You're a man that knows trouble when he sees it. So why don't you pack your things and get out of here? I see what you mean. And any further talk would be wasting time, wouldn't it?
It sure would.
It starts with a romantic elopement and a reckless chase. Heart racing, pulse pounding. It's love under fire and at full gallop. And it never lets up. For this pair of lovers walk right into the toughest spot this side of Hades.
So I'll take the money.
John Wayne, as the wildest, gambling, fighting fool west of the Mississippi, who dares to stake his chips against a pat hand. Lovely Vera Ruba Ralston, who knows her man when she sees him and risks her life and his to save him from harm.
There's a way of taking care of killers here, ain't there, folks? Come on.
Here is raw adventure, one of the truest dramatic thrills of your life, in a picture that's packed with them. Dakota.
Where would I ever find another handsome, easygoing...
No good man like me?
Yes.
In any first-class jail west of the Mississippi.
who John Wayne as Sergeant Stryker forged into fighting men. Men who said he was as hard-hearted as steel. But one woman knew differently. So long.
So long, Sergeant. I'll pray for you.
A letter from my wife after 18 months. You know where she is? In England, entertaining troops. Entertaining troops? Why isn't she here entertaining me? I'm a troop.
Guys who laughed at life under the shadow of death. This is their story. A story the world will never forget.
Well, you can sit here and be tough if you want to, but I'm going out there and get that guy. And the only way you can stop me is to kill me.
That's just what I'll do. No dollar bets here. Where do you think you are? Los Angeles? Hit the road. Hit the road.
Baby, here we go. Come on. Oh, the easy way. What is your point?
Hard way.
Four, the hard way. Hard way, four.
Hard way, four.
Baby, here it comes. There she is. Four. Seven, you lose.
7, you lose.
Standing on my right again, huh?
When are we leaving, Mr. Waterbury?
Leading, I'm stuck 3,000.
But you said we'd catch the midnight plane.
There'll be another plane at 2, darling.
Next shooter, please. Grab the right shooter. Come on, let's go.
I thought working for a writer was going to be so uplifting.
Perhaps you lose.
Perhaps you lose.
See what you did?
But I didn't do anything.
She didn't mean it.
What are you grinning about?
I'm betting on Kraft.
Everything was going to be so intellectual.
Correct again.
Go bad, lady.
Are you doing that on purpose?
What did I do?
You're doing all right, honey. What's her point? Her point is Kraft.
Can't you make anything but craps?
I was going to meet only literary people.
Correct, Smith.
You're my dream. Never saw that before.
Don't make any more craps, understand?
I'll tell him when he comes in.
Keep your mind on the dice. Put this all on 7. You gotta make this high for once.
You know, I'm writing a novel too, Mr. Waterbury.
It'll be a honey. A 2 and a 1.
Correct. Four, three.
Get out of here.
That's goodness.
What's wrong?
Keep your mind on the dice when you roll them.
How dare you speak to me like that? Just for that, you roll your own dice.
Correct again.
Now, putting me in prison is a sure way of losing all your money. Now, what's a couple of $100,000 to a group like yours? Let me take a boatload of my boys out there and I'll make a fortune for you.
Listen to those men. Why, you haven't met a payroll in weeks. You think they'd ever work for you again?
They like me. You do too, don't you?
Hey, Jim.
What is it, Frenchie?
Boys are mighty close to getting out of hand.
We've had enough of you, Fallon. You're leaving town, and right now.
Yeah. A couple of measly bobcats turned tigers.
We're not joking, Fallon. Get going.
I'm moving no place till I'm ready.
Get him out of here.
That was great, Jay. All right. What a wallop.
Jim, you're under arrest.
Fallon ordered us to pull that tree.
Don't hold him. Your company, Fallon.
You're the man that'll have to face the indictment for murder.
Trying me already, huh?
No, you'll get a fair trial, but not from me. I'm prejudiced. I'll have to disqualify myself. But you'll get your justice.
him to Eureka and hold him without bail.
His own woods boss will testify against him.
I'll testify for him.
Marshal, let Fallon go. Can't hold a man to answer when the chief witness is for the defense. Release him.
Thanks.
My people forgive those who trespass against us.
They strafed the train. They sabotaged the train.
Stop! I want this engine back on the rails.
If we had 10 times as many men, it couldn't be done.
I tell you it will. Do you hear me? I tell you it will.
They bombed the train. They cursed the train.
To hell with London. We started this whole thing for one reason. To stop the train. Because the Allies were going to be here. Well, where are they? Every day they've been due. And every day a man has been killed for thinking they were just over the next hill. I say to hell with it. Now they want us to paint the train? Let them blow it up.
They died for the train. The train carried their tears.
Why did you come back here? You want everyone killed? Men are such fools. Men want to be heroes, and the widows mourn.
It carried their fears.
Colonel! Stop them. What can you gain by the death of one old man? What he did can make no difference. The train will go on. You have the authority. You can stop it.
It carried their hopes.
You crazy bastard. Who are you going to get to help you? Have you thought of that? Who are you going to get to help you?
Me. I can fight. That's two of us. Small army.
It carried their nation's honor.
This is our pride. What we create and hold for the world. There are worse things to risk your life for than that.
It carried them to the peak of glory.
Get out of there and get out the cover! Get off my train! You damn fool! They'll be ready to fire any second! Get off my train! You can't get through! The switch is closed! Open it!
It will carry you to the peak of adventure. It will carry you to the peak of adventure.
Daybreak. So you sent for Big Brother. Why don't I remind myself to pack a gun when I visit my neighbors?
That money was yours, Daybright.
Oh, it was, huh?
That baby's gonna need a name. Yours.
You want another helping? Well, come on. Pull the trigger. First you shoot me, and then you gotta shoot Huey because he saw you. Then you'll have to shoot Mrs. Burke and your own sister because they'll see you. Well, come on. Pull the trigger. Put it on, he'll do it. I don't think he's got the guts.
Put that down.
That gun down, Big Brother. You won't use it. And I'll break your arm if you keep it. She's only your sister. You gotta kill somebody. All right, Hub, this is still our dance.
No, Owen. Haven't I made enough trouble for myself? For my baby? You want to add murder, too? No one take them to the sheriff.
If you need someone to sign the complaint, I'll do it.
All right, Lily. You got the right. Come on. Go on. Come here, Herb. Notice that cork. The built-up inside of that shoe. Who owns the horse that wears it?
Never seen it before.
Here's another one. It's fresh. What about it, Herb?
What about what?
Whoever rode that horse drove 4 of our steers in here.
Look, if you see your steers here, you can talk. If not, I ain't accountable. Get on your horse and get out of here.
Herb, I figure you butchered that beef and buried the hides, but I can't prove it. So I'm going to do the next best thing. I'm going to show you what you buy into every time I track our cattle here. I always heard you were a pretty good saloon fighter, Herb. How are you without a bottle or a knife? Now we're going to take 4 of your steers.
Overnight, in the raw wilderness, spring up crawling, gun-ruled outposts, torn by bitter strife, as Oklahoma becomes the storm center of America's onward march. Into this turbulent battleground rides a mysterious figure, destined to carve a glorious place among the conquerors of the West. A reckless adventurer whose single-handed fight against injustice makes him a hunted outlaw. His daring the driving force behind the creation of an empire. His gun, the only law feared by its plunderers. An avenging terror, wanted, dead or alive. The Oklahoma Kid.
Put it away, Hanley. Kid, I want to talk to you.
Well, go ahead and talk.
I want that Indian money.
Well, go and get it from the Indians.
Kid, I'm giving you a break because I'm pressed for time.
All right. Now, come on, get over here, all of you. Right over here. That's fine. Play, Professor.
Want to shoot it out with me, I'll be here.
Listen, I learned this about human nature when I was about so high. And that is that the strong take it away from the weak, and the smart take it away from the strong.
I suppose you've never heard of law.
It's the only law that I know is worth a hoot in this part of the country. The only law.
If the law won't hang Kincaid, then it's up to us. Yeah. Here we get the Oklahoma Kid, we'll hang him too.
Making riot-raising regiment of fighting Irish is on the way with the biggest barrage of laughs and excitement to ever hit the screen. With a brilliant cast reliving the adventures of the most celebrated heroes of the Fighting 69. James Cagney is Private Jerry Plunkett, the fastest talking, hardest hitting soldier in any man's army. Pat O'Brien as Father Duffy, the courageous fighting chaplain. George Brent as Wild Bill Donovan, leader of the Shamrock Battalion. Jeffrey Lynn as Joyce Kilmer, the immortal soldier poet. Alan Hale as Big Mike Wynn, the toughest top kick ever to assign a rookie to kitchen police.
I got an awful mean feeling, boys, awful mean. Not to call me up a tough sergeant. Don't mind him, Sarge. He's his own worst enemy.
Not while I'm alive, he ain't.
Take your hands off me, you big son of a banshee, or I'll knock your teeth down your throat. You'll do what? You heard me. Or you gonna hide behind those 5 and 10 cent stripes again?
All right, Plunkett. You've been begging for this for a long time.
Prohibition in a country just recovering from the war jitters fell into a new delirium. The bootlegger sprang into being. Overnight, he switched the nation's mind from battles to bottles. An evasion of the law became the new national pastime. College students, yes, even high school kids and flappers, joined the mad party, and the jazz age was born. The nightclubs were packed with delirious, free-spending thrill hunters. Money poured into the coffers of the underworld to be fought over and stained with blood.
Put that gun away. I get good and ready. That friendship stuff don't mean a thing to me. This guy's got enough on us to...
You won't talk.
You better not.
You don't like the racket I'm in, you don't like the people I know, the things I do, and it's not me, it's what I stand for, all right? But I'm not going to let that stand between you and me. You want the Brooklyn Bridge, all you got to do is ask for it. If I can't buy it, I'll steal it.
Now, you listen to me. You tipped off the feds I was running in a load last night, and they took it away from me. And you lifted it from them.
You're talking through your hat.
It makes a lot of noise when you eat spaghetti, too.
You're cute. But not cute enough.
How did you happen to get in here?
I ran here. You scared the daylights out of me last night.
Seems like the truth shouldn't scare anybody, man or boy.
The truth? You and your screams in the night almost...
What are you talking about?
Now, don't tell me I imagined all that stuff. I went in those woods and I heard things.
What things?
I don't know. I don't know whether it was the screams you were talking about or just the wind.
You leave well enough alone, son. You're late today.
I had to go home first. I came here through Oxhead Woods.
Yes, that would be the quickest. Daytimes.
Or any other time.
Don't put so high a price on courage, son. It's overrated. The lowest animal's got more courage than man has. You touch a snapping turtle with a stick and he grabs at it with his teeth. Cut his head off, and he still won't let go. Well, we humans weren't made that way.
Killing is what led you here. It won't help you now. Look out the window. Look! Well, that's an old trick, Mr. Wilson. A very poor trick. Tricks. That's all you know is tricks. I don't need any tricks. No matter what happens to me, tricks won't do you any good. You're finished, Herr Franz Kindler. The citizens of Harper. They've come after you. The plain little ordinary people, the ones you've been laughing at, Herr Franz Kindler. Well, you can't fool them anymore. Oh, sure, you can kill me, Mary, half the people down there. But there's no escape. You have the world, and it closed in on you till there was only Harper. That closed in on you, and there was only this room. And this room, too, is closing in on you.
Off the coast of Florida. Sultry, heat-ridden, cloaked in the strange menace of the sea. But stranger still is the destiny that brings these people to this remote outpost, to be held at bay with a price on their lives, by a man with a price on his head.
Nothing to stop me from wiping you all out.
What good'll that do, boss? Forget it. Her kind's a dime a dozen.
I say smack her and let it go at that.
Smacking her isn't enough for such an insult. He'd have to kill her. Then he'd have to kill the rest of us because we witnessed it. But to kill us all or nothing.
I won't let you go without me. You've got to take me. You've got to.
Now get away from me. Little wildcat. Smell blood, huh? Got your appetite up. You can make your hopes come true. But you gotta die for it. See where I'm aiming? Right at your belly.
Underworld, the dead end to hope, to love, to life itself. And these were its captives. Humphrey Bogart in his greatest role, a gang war killer, with blood on his hands, a price on his head.
Mom! Ain't you glad to see me?
Claire Trevor, who found an easy way out of the dead end.
Well, what did you expect?
The dead-end kids, caught in the undertow of slum life. gallery of unforgettable screen triumphs. Dead End is a motion picture so graphic in realism, so taut with suspense, to make each moment a gripping and thrilling experience.
Up into the forbidding majesty of the great Madre Range go men, their past buried in silent secrecy, their futures hidden in the mystery of adventure. Men drawn together in their search for gold. These are the men who tried to tap the treasure of the Sierra Madre. Men with an oath on their lips and muscles in their arms, but men with greed in their hearts. Ready to break their backs, to sell their very souls for gold, fighting shoulder to shoulder against the forces of nature, only to find their greatest enemy is human nature.
I know exactly what you mean. You want to take it all for yourself and cut me out. A long time I've had my suspicions about you. Now I know I've been right.
So that's your stinking game, is it, informing? I knew you was an informer. I knew it all the time.
Take a look down that mouth. This means all our funerals. What's that? If I'm right in what I'm thinking, may the Lord be with us. And not soldiers, they're bandits.
Mystery on something off the beaten track like the Maltese Falcon.
Oh, that was a fascinating story. But here's one that has everything the Falcon had and more. It's Raymond Chandler's latest bestseller, The Big Sleep. What a picture that'll make.
You mind if I look at it? Huh. Sometimes I wonder what strange fate brought me out of the storm to that house that stood alone in the shadows. As I probed into its mysteries, every clue told me a different story. But each had the same ending, murder. Every instinct warned me to beware that something more dangerous, more deadly than I'd ever known before was in that room. And suddenly...
I like that. I'd like more. That's even better.
This is the highest point in all our land, mighty Mount Whitney, looming above the wilderness with the strange silence of eternity. Yet stranger still is the mission of destiny that brings men to this forbidding barrier. Held at bay by the most dangerous killer since Dillinger. Look at him up there.
What's the matter, Yellow? Come and get me, buddy. Come and get me.
He's trapped because man can't climb any higher, and men never came any tougher. But what brought him here? What made him that way? Was it Marie? Taxi dancer? Gangster's companion? Yet underneath it all, just a woman with a hungry heart.
Oh, Roy, please don't send me back to L.A. Let me stay. I want to be with you, Roy. Please let me stay, please.
Was it Red or Babe who revolted against the ruthless domination of Mad Dog Earl?
I'm giving you a chance to blow. If you decide to stick, I'll shoot the first one that don't do as I tell him.
Was it Velma, the girl who didn't belong?
Oh, I know what Roy did for me. But I don't love him.
Remember what Johnny Dillinger said about guys like you and him? He said you were just rushing toward death.
All these play a vital part in the thundering saga of the last of the big-timers, running the gauntlet of the law with the girl who would follow him to Inferno. Human emotion, humanity itself, painted against the majestic canvas of High Sierra,